This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-ending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation.
Whoa.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
Whoa.
he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
No. Yes. No. Yes. Wait. Could I... Maybe. Oh, look at this. That's pretty. Alright, so I want to point out, I've seen pretty much every ending to this game. Closing the door, every single thing from like all the options, years and years ago, so I pretty much know everything, but I don't remember every exact thing. So, with that being said, yeah, it's pretty much just like playing a game that you already played through again. But this, like, I guess, first major time playing through it. Anyways. You gonna close the door and say something? Apparently not.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Of course, he had to
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right, forwards. Whee! Whee! I feel super floaty.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Plant. I spot plant. Plant. What's going on with me right now? I don't know. All right. Let's go and listen to him one time through, at the very least. Maybe do all the options on one side, then the other. I think I remember this door leading back to this place. I don't know. It's been a while. I think I remember there being like a secret coming back through this area.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What? To assure everything that it is okay. What? Make sure you're... Alright. I will mess with that later.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So white void. Like I could make... Yeah, I made the entire screen white. Look at that. That is blinding. Oh my god, I am sorry if I blinded anybody there. I probably did now thinking about it. It's not gonna close? Okay, that's locked. Wait, could I do the secret thing right now instead of the... Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on.
Staring at...
I did it. I think I did the thing. Oh my god, I think I did it. Oh, did the lighting just change there? I don't know. I think I'm about to do the thing. Oh my god. Okay. What happens if I do the broom closet at this time? Probably nothing. Not too sure. I remember discovering this a long time ago. Wait, if I press E on this, okay, no, it doesn't work now. I remember seeing a weird video years ago about somebody doing this. And this is an actual secret thing in the game. I don't know how many of these secrets exist in the game. And that's the thing about this game. There might be something new or hidden that's just like tucked away. If you like were to interact with a door and then like all of a sudden it's like a whole special thing. Which I believe this door or that door or whatever actually does something sometimes. And look! Look at that. Whee! Oh. That was a fast load. You are now leaving. See what I mean? This game just has weird hidden things like this. And if we look over here, hey, the computer screen's on. We are on the other side of where Stanley's room is. As we can see, 437, 430, and then 429. And then 427 is just around that corner over there. Yeah? So meaning, if we go up here, it should mean that the number should increase or decrease or something, right? But look, it's the exact same numbers. And so I have a theory. A game theory. A game theory. Where there could be maybe some sort of weird psychological testing site facility of some sort on an unsuspecting man in multiple rooms, multiple times, happening all at once. Maybe? I don't know. Just spitballing ideas here. But look at that. It's the same every time. It's bizarre. I don't know why it happens. Can I interact with this door? Probably not. I can't see over here. It's too dark. God, it's so bizarre. Whoa. Couldn't see anything there for a few seconds. Same painting, same screen, same room, maybe same paper on the floor. So weird. This game is just... And look at that! Escape pod launch bay. And this is the escape pod ending, I suppose. Oh, there we go. And fade to black. Did I see that thing on the bottom of my screen? What was that? Oh, alright. Huh. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I've never
Perhaps
seen
he
this
had
before,
simply
I think.
missed a memo.
The end is never the end. That is bizarre. Alright, let's go to the other
No
weird
matter
thing.
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, so we hop up here, if I recall. Oh, look at this. It's green. Oh, that's a nice coloration. What does this say? Oh, God damn. Okay. I'm not going to say that out loud because that's ridiculous. Oh, whoa, up!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Yep.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
My
So,
good...
now
Oh,
that you're
can I do
here,
that?
what do you think?
Okay.
Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yeah.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh, got teleported. No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have
Question.
been particularly different?
I actually don't remember.
Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
Oh,
Perhaps
okay.
you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
Yes.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thanks. Stanley Parable, everybody. What is this game? Meta commentaries? Subversions of expectations? Memes? I think he actually just left me in here forever. Oh. Still getting used to my new keyboard setup. Alright, well, I think we should probably reset the game then, I guess. Oh. What? The hallway is a little different. 425, 424, 426. What? 423. Oh! It's forcing me to go straight to the two choices. But I wanted to click on the yes key. Why did that flicker? Is it just because that's out of my render distance? Hold on. No. I wanted to click the yes option. I wanted to do that next. Well, I guess we'll have to hold that off for later then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, we'll play the game one time through, I guess, now. The game just threw a curveball at me. Yeah, there's the secret. I didn't know why it appeared earlier, but now it did. Employee of the year.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Alright.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright then. You know what? If you're gonna throw a wrench into my plans, I'm gonna throw a wrench into yours.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Yep. Pretty nice broom closet, though.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Well, I'm
As
doing
it is,
squats.
he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I don't think this is nothing here.
Are you
It's good
really
exercise.
still in the broom closet?
Oh, yeah.
Standing around doing nothing?
Ah, it's cooler
Why?
air.
Please offer
More
me some
refreshing.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, you know, you kind of just plopped it here. This is your game.
You
Or
do
part of
realize
your
there's
game.
no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because
don't think that
literally
works.
this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
It's
I never would have thought to mention it.
important to my personal happiness and entertainment.
Maybe
Even though
to
it's just
you
a broom
this is
closet.
somehow its own branching path.
Exactly.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
They probably do. Or they might find it hilarious. Or, I don't know.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He
Aw.
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how
Hey.
stupid he is.
Hey.
That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Wait a minute. This exact same line was said in the first Stanley Parable thing.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
Original, I
You're
mean.
dead. You got to this broom closet,
Oh, I can close
explored
it.
it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort
I'm
shut
still
down
moving.
your central nervous system
No.
and you collapsed on the keyboard.
That's no.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
All right.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
All right. We'll play your story at least once.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Maybe
walked
more.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Although I think it would get upset at me if I did it multiple times. Which, funny enough, is I don't know if you mean to get upset or not, but we'll see. Because I think I recall that. Wait, can I get in here? Wait, can this door be open now? Or? It can! I got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Starch. That's a lovely purse? Is that a quote from a movie? Extreme bathrooms. What? Wait, is this a screenshot from the first Stanley Parable? That'd be cool if it was. That's a pretty looking painting, though. This mirror's kind of broken. Alright. Just close that line. Before we do that... Oh, I think I remember the passcode is 2845. Oh, going up. What if I want to go down? Up? What does this say? It's kind of hard to read when the thing's moving. What did you say? Wait. I thought I went to a different room there for a second. I was about to say. Like, that never happens when you go in the elevator. Wait, what are all these papers on the floor doing? I'd probably even read if I went to the elevator, so. Alright, here we go. Time to do this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Once again?
What
Oh yeah,
could
we
it
stepped in for like a
mean?
second.
Stanley wondered aloud to
What?
nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Just like acting out in the most ridiculous way, just like, with the most exaggerated kind of like response. I know all the endings already, just like, just trying to have my little fun in whatever little ways that I can, I suppose. Alright, let's go!
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I get a mouse pad so
Stanley
I don't have,
walked
like,
straight ahead through the large door that read
Pinky thinks it was more
Mind Control
smooth
Facility.
like that. Just rambled on a second. There's one back there. Apologize. Alright, well, I guess we're doing this.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
God.
Did he have the strength to find out?
No. It's stuck on the chair back there. Boop.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Whoa.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
My God. Dear God. My God. Dramatic one-liner. Anyways. Don't know what I was doing there.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
So pretty.
Had
Look at all the
Stanley really
images.
been under
Whoa.
someone's control all this time?
Oh, that was disorienting.
Was this the only reason
Whoa.
he was happy with his boring job?
Whoa.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe? No.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Oh.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Maybe.
But here was the proof.
Oh.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
So there's all
And as the
different
cold
icons on all the
reality of his
buttons.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would
there's so
never
many little
again
buttons.
exert its terrible power over another human
Oh, they're
life.
just repeating now.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
5. Just like the 8 button in the demo. It would be funny if that would have just said 5. Oh, this is a big screen. Whoa. I thought I could, like, walk down the stairway over here or something.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had won.
Yay.
He had defeated the machine.
Nice.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
No
How
clue.
had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What
No.
other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
No.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And now we're back here. Oh,
All of his co-workers
raining.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Wait.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
oh,
No
geez.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh. Can't believe I messed that up. All right, here we go. Whee! Wait. Woo! Oh, what? Come on. No. I did it before. Oh, there we go. I had to run against, like, the glitch there. Did that work? All right, come on. Whoa.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map
Now we have ambience
until he
when we
heard
do
this
this.
narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure
Oh, we got locked
and
on the
its
buttons for some
examination
reason.
of structural narrative tropes.
Well, like, on
So,
one side of
now
it.
that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
think? Are you sick of this gag
Sure.
yet?
Oh. Got teleported. Yes. We're
Well,
done
I
with
don't know
this.
how to say this politely,
Whoa.
but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like
That's a fair point.
right now.
Like when I do this?
You could have done it just then.
Yep.
Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate.
Okay.
I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Okay.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
It's like
What
a thing.
Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
Hey.
He did it all day in a meaningful way. But his brain had long ceased to function.
Oh.
Which is why he is in this parable
Very true.
and lives an existence quite terrible.
Oh.
And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. you too will become quite unbearable.
Setting it away right now. Do. That was really catchy. Do. Do. Either this repeats forever, or after some time, it'll actually reset. So, I think I'll just reset the game here, and we'll resume the rest of the game. Can't do it.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
Right?
He had never been trained for that.
I know.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Yes.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Yes.
In here I can be happy forever.
And safe.
I will be happy.
Yes.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by?
I mean,
he no
the
longer had
clock's
the
right there.
ability to tell.
But
But the
there's a
one
clock.
thing he knew for sure, beyond
What do
any
you mean?
doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will
Nice
end.
chair.
He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
What?
Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Oh, you tell me what to do now.
Here it comes.
Oh, that's a meta Whoa! I was gonna say meta commentary if you tell me what to do. Well, I could just ignore everything you do next now. You know what? Because of that, I'm gonna do that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But the room is completely transformed into different. There's somebody working the hall on top of some boxes? What the? Or is that just store? Because it's not even wired up to anything. Maybe. Okay. Well then. Strange. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Nope,
this
we're
was
checking
not
everything
the
you said.
correct way to the meeting room, and
Yep.
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I know.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a
Yeah.
few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
What is this blue box in here? A box inside of a box. That must be
At this point,
symbolism. or
Stanley's
something.
obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Do you see that? It's like weird blue-looking light on this wall. Is it like the reflection? What's that? What's this light?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Wonder if I could like jump and reach that. Like, can't jump. All right. Anything else? No. All right.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nope. You made a comment in the last run, so this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, this is just like a card to enter. Oh, that's a special card now. Just imagine if I could pick up and collect all the cups that I run into. That'll be bizarre.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
No.
What? Really?
Yes.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
No.
Give me a chance.
No.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
The
Stanley
earlier
walked
statement is...
through the red door.
I refuse.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No, I refuse.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay.
You see? There's nothing here.
Oh, it's so
I haven't even finished
huge.
building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
big.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Well, it's just like the
Do you
first
not
game.
think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Sure.
Work with me.
Sure.
You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I mean, the more the
Tell you
merrier.
what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it
Nope.
for a spin.
This is just like you trying to make me big.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Just
Would
gonna
you
take
say
control
that the
like that, I
game
see.
benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Honestly, yeah, more choices are more fun and better.
Aha!
More content.
You see, I knew I was onto something.
Yeah, just more
Where
stuff.
do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well,
More
it's
than just a third
instinct,
door.
loosely,
More
a
choices
calling
to
in
mess
your
with stuff.
gut.
More
I really
interaction.
couldn't say where the idea
More
came
interactive
from, except
things.
that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Yep. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. What? Huh? 7 hours? How far does that count up? A dead rank. What? I don't actually think I said for this long. Oh, okay, not now loops. I see. So it's the same.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Meh.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
All right.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Oh, it's
Perfect.
the baby
Let
game,
me boot
isn't
it
it?
up.
Oh God, no.
In this game, the
I'm
baby
not
crawls left towards danger.
doing this
You
for
click the
4 hours
button to
straight.
move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Wait.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
There was
Because
a
if it's for
burn
that,
in the
well, I
corner
don't
of the
know what to
room. I got
do. I'm
distracted.
completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see.
All right.
What do we have here?
Maybe Minecraft and then Portal? We'll do
Yes,
one of those games in the
this
future
seems
sometime.
like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
All right.
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Yes.
At last, the one thing you've always desired.
Freedom.
A game I had absolutely nothing to do
Sandbox.
with. But is it enough?
Wait, no,
Tell me that, Stanley.
you're part of
Will it ever
this.
be enough?
It's like an AI
Well, I'll
thing
say
within-
this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
done making things for
Or even you as the person.
From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then...
The singing.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes,
Hey.
it's complete.
Could you imagine if someone could figure out how to
I
make an
made
AI
this,
mod
Stanley.
that adds in
Look at it.
the narrator?
Gaze upon my work of art and
beautiful.
feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand?
It is.
Isn't it perfect?
It's
It could only be
lovely.
better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes,
know
yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
All right. Forwards. Look at the distant mountains. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Look at that. Oh, there's like lava. Oh, whoa. Oh, it's like the weird fog distance, like glitching in and out. There's actually like a little lava thing going over there. God, could you imagine if I could jump and like explore beyond? Oh! God, it'd be crazy if it was actually like Minecraft and like going like
Looks
an
it's
actual
gonna get a
venture
bit
to the
dark.
end.
Have you brought a light?
No, I haven't. It'd be insane if this was actually expanded
Oh,
upon
no,
even
no,
further.
no, no, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear.
Well,
Something that
adventure
makes
maps.
you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do
What?
at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds
So you
couldn't
want a
save this
feeling
one.
of making people
Okay,
feel
new
relevant?
game.
Oh. Now, why does the narrator want the player to feel that? To feel irrelevant? Oh,
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
went through something?
You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this
I'll
is.
pick up the other stuff. Oh, I can. Nice. Can I throw it? Throw! Alright. Bring this with me. Pew. Just in case. I need all this stuff to break out. 'Cause maybe there might be a way to break the game. I don't know if there is or not.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley.
Oh.
Your forte.
There's probably a way to break the first like room maybe somehow. Would I have that clipboard in the door there maybe? Might have.
Genius.
Okay, if I were to do this. Wait, I'm trying something. Stick with me here. Low forward. And then if I were to do this. And then could I pick it up? No, because it's stuck. Okay. Oh, what happened to the radio? It stopped playing. Oh no. Well, I got the door slightly stuck. So there might be something there. Oh, pff, there. So if I were to do this, and then I do this. Alright. I'll just head through.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I
Okay.
don't need your ratings. And I
Alright.
certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making
I mean,
meaningful
some jobs
cultural
are
contributions
really
to the
important with
world.
button pressing.
And
Come
perhaps
on.
every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long.
Very cynical.
Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with...
Wait. Oh, my thing's working again. And it stopped. Probably lost the signal. Beta. Iteration. Work in progress. Are these like different rooms? Oh, looks like a pathway of some kind. Wait. What does that say? Please rate your experience. Oh, okay. Oh, no. That's the only thing I pick up. Wait, I pick this up? No, I can't. Alright. I pick this up? No. Alright, I'll just take this with me then. Filing cabinet? Work in progress. Weird. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and hop down, I guess. Whee! My radio! No, I lost my radio! No! Oh, we're in the original Stanley Parable. Oh, yeah, this is the room that goes back to, like, I think where Stanley's room is. Oh. Oh, this is like the in-between space. This is where, like, Stanley's office is. Down. No, not here. This way. Yeah, these are the two choices. Yeah, remember? There was, like, the whole video. So that means Stanley's room is all the way down there. What if I go up to the boss's office here? Oh, the lounge is closed off, which leads to the boss's office. And then this is the way to get back on track. This is like the whole void space in between. And this leads off to the elevator. Yeah, the elevator! Oh my god, I actually know what the room layouts are now. God, I remember playing this. Ah, it's so bizarre and weird. Alright, well, I guess the only way to go back is to the double doors, which this is the double door. Yep, there we go. I actually know what this place looks like in my head, because I've been here. Ah. Back to the original Stanley Parable. That's so cool. And it's going to cut the block once I turn around and walk back the other direction, yeah? Here we are, back to the original location. Oh look at that. The cameras are actually like moving and doing stuff. Did I do that before in the last one? Is it showing the other rooms of this place? What is it showing? I actually don't know. Yeah, it looks like the outside of like the original place right there with that big monitor. And probably like a few other places. That's neat. God, it's so bizarre. It's pretty cool though. Oh,
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted
original
was
Stanley
to be the
Parable?
leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
Yep.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
all right. Oh, there it is. All right then.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Wait a minute. There's the messing with this door? No. This door.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all
Yep.
that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay. I see your point. You know, extend the reach a little bit.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks.
Is it a
will
noble
do it.
cause?
Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Fine. I think this is for an achievement, so that's also just a fun little interaction.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. All right. Where's 417? 417 on the way. Got stuck on a cabinet again. There's 420. I swear, if there's like ever a thing where like smoke starts billowing out underneath that door and some ridiculous thing happens, I'm gonna laugh. 416. 415. Wait. Oh, there it is. 5 times, right? Alright. Did I 5 times? You said 417, right?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Stanley Parable, everybody. Stanley Parable.
Excellent. I think we're getting
Insanity.
somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
God. Is this really satisfying you? 415? I guess it's Parables where you basically just do anything, everything that you can't do in a video game, so no matter what, I suppose.
Now, back to door number 437.
Alright. With narrator and, I guess, player. Say 417 or... Okay, hold on. Did you say this one? Did you say 417 or 437?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
What are you doing?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Narrator, I swear.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
What?
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416.
We've almost got it! Now the copy
We
machine,
almost
do that
got
one
it.
again!
Alright, no, wait, did we go back now and do the whole thing? You're really getting way into this, man. You need to calm down. I guess you're happy. Did you... Wait, did you say... Wait. Which door? Oh, no. I didn't pay attention. Oh, God. No! No! Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, this one does have a number on it for some reason. This one does have a number on it either. That's weird. I might have lost track. Is this a closet?
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
You're not wrong. Sometimes things just, I don't pick up on them. It's an actual weird thing with me. I don't know why. Like, sometimes I hear things, sometimes I don't. What was I supposed to do? I don't recall.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
Okay.
Yes!
God.
We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
That
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
really put me through the work for it. I guess you have a point to an extent there. Is that a door to the void? Looks like it is. Alright, I guess we'll just head forward then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? Let's get lost.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Alright. Oh, whoa, what does this say?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really were. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
The door. With the chair. It's menacing looking. Okay, well then. Yep, I'm just gonna.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope. Boop. Oh. Let's go for a whirl.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right.
Oh, so
Why
funny.
would I have ever said it was to the right? What
just
was I thinking?
That's funny.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh. Okay. Isn't this the packing area with the car? Oh, I got stuck. I did, but yeah, it's the packing area with the car in it, isn't it?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Oh.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
Employee no number?
The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh. If I were to close the door here, would I ruin the confusion ending? Oh no, I'm not able to. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Could I go through the window?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Oop.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I can't. Oh, it's different now. Different room, different setup. So everything's different. Can't go through the normal door. Can't go through the normal... normal window, or whatever else that is.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
I mean, you're only the narrator hired to tell the story.
Okay, then.
I don't think you actually
it's
wrote
an adventure.
Maybe.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
It's just gonna loop in back on itself. Hey, this is exact hall. I'm in the mood for blueberry pancakes right now. Why? Oh, yeah, see, there's the main room over there.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
All right. Oh. Start number 2.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Just in
Stanley
case.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep, still solid window. Wait. Okay.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
All right. You know what? I remember something.
Aha!
Oh,
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
okay. We're going into that. Yep, infinite looping on
No,
itself.
wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Now. Okay. Oh boy. Yep.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thanks.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Why not?
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those
I
situations.
mean, it could just be one of those relaxation things where there's
I'm
no
getting
need to
weirded
win.
out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
Just enjoy
I
yourselves.
have to restart.
Nope.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow
wait.
the line. How simple is that?
But the actual way forward is over here to your story. Right?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay. Sure. Oh, this is where the fun music is cueing, if I recall.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. So, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to
Sure.
put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we
Okay.
can both agree
Well, I
that the
looked around,
nature of
actually.
existence is, in fact, a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your
okay,
existence
listen.
rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know
I
what?
mean, it seems pretty
I
deep.
think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh! I'm back at the beginning. Alright. Time to follow the line. God, it's just blaring. Wait. Wait. What?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
No.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
All right, then. This is just going to lead us back to the dead-end hall over here. Ooh! Oh, we get to go in here. Oh. Oh, but this door isn't open. Oh. We get to walk back here for once now. Ooh. Oh, this used to be like darkened out or something. Whoa. Oh, just lead straight to the computer room? Well, based on how, like, the hallways warp, it could just lead to anywhere, I suppose, so.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
What was that thing down there?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Gave us
Why
a fun
can't
song?
we make up our own story? Something
followed it?
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh,
Sure.
this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now,
Okay.
yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay. What kind of story would I tell? What would I tell for a story?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay. I don't know. What would I tell for a story if I were to make a video game? What would I do? Well, I could do anything.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Let's go
Just walk
here?
in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere,
you make
the
this
place
appear?
where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse
happening
door
stuff out of nowhere, okay.
that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come,
What?
Stanley, our destiny
What line of logic did you call
awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do happen to have a...
I was busy reading that entire time. Whoops. Did the game actually fully restart? Or...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh,
no matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, is it an actual restart this time? Yes, it is. Okay. Flip through the glass so that way we know. Alright. Remember there being a Stanley walking behind the glass pane back there? What haven't we done yet?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Here, let's go over
This was
here.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
All right.
But eager to get back to
Okay.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I think there's like 2 more choices to pick back here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
Look how
I'm not.
beautiful this
I
is.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Whoa.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
I was
I don't
dancing.
know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to
sorry.
help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that
mistake.
I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Here, I'll go through the other down here because I think I actually need to do this
Now
one.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
All right.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Last time you wanted
You
to
see that
punish
I
me
really
when we did
have
this.
wanted you to be happy all
And
this
the other
time.
one?
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
Oh, the
Here,
first one open and lights
let me
going to appear
show
to them,
you.
if I recall. Yes. And both of them opened. All right. Oh. Weird.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
The beautiful void space.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
You know what? I can actually see like a 10-hour recording of a video of this to help people sleep. That you can put on. Somebody should do that if they haven't done so already. Like 1 hour, the half hour, 10-minute 10 hour, 5, whatever, 8, etc. 24. I should totally do that. Like, look up to here and just let it go. Probably somebody probably have already done that. You know what? I just realized all these are like square sprites, I think, with orbs. And the sprites are just grown bigger and then shrunken smaller and then rotated. And there's just like several dots in them in a circle for that effect to appear. That's pretty neat. And now it's just like a green blob everywhere now.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Over here to explore?
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm not going to throw myself off a ledge. That'll just be tedious and annoying. I can just do this and begin the game again. I'm not going to put the narrative through that kind of grief. Oh, look at how smooth over here. Oh, I realized this like little fade. Where'd I even come in from?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Oh, it's pretty again. Hey. It's actually pretty nice. Look at this. I like this one a lot better. It's like a purplish, magenta, pinkish kind of thing. Or pinkish magenta. Why is that pretty? Oh my god. Look at that. What's happening? Works better if I just look up at it more. I don't know why. I'm actually enjoying this. Like, why? Oh, they're going away. Alright, bye. And now, what do we do? Just sound. No? In a dark abyss of nothing? Particle effects? Oh, there you go. I was wondering, like, are you going to come back? It's back now. Oh, hey. I didn't want me to come back into here.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Okay.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
I mean, it's really nice. But only for a while, for so long. I'm not gonna throw myself off that ledge. If I'm gonna restart, I'm just gonna do this and then begin the game again. Because I know just throwing myself off the ledge is just not gonna be pleasant and repetitive and painful and kind of boring. This is definitely much better in comparison to that. Yeah. That's a pretty effect, though. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and restart the game and begin from new, because I know that ending. I don't want to do that ending, because it's painful and ridiculous, so, yeah. Even though this is pretty nice, it's just only for so long, you know? Alright. Unless we find something better. More to explore, I suppose. Hello.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I think there's 2 more
Perhaps he
options
wanted to
over
stop by the
here.
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And then there's 2 choices
Standing
on the
now
other
in this
side.
incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he
Aw.
felt sad again.
Aw.
Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or 2.
Hey, very
Now
similar
it's
to...
only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
All right.
But eager to get back to
I guess
business,
similar to the last
Stanley
one,
took the
perhaps?
first open door on his left.
Maybe. Okay, there's 2 more things to do here. if I recall.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I mean, they're just falling off the ledge and actually like
Look,
splatting,
Stanley,
but
I think perhaps we've gotten
Not
off
gonna
on the
do
wrong
that.
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. Oh, no,
I know
no,
you're
no, no,
bullshitting
you
me.
can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do
Because
that?
that is an actual
You
option in this
actually
game.
chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Okay.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the 2 pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in,
Isn't there a
fade to
serious
white,
room? I
roll
remember there being a
credits.
serious room. How did I
Not
get
picking
there?
up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
Am I able to make
How
meaningful
had I not
choices because
noticed
I'm
it
actually
sooner?
a real
You're not
player instead
Stanley.
of
You're a real person.
an AI Stanley thing that just does it
I
whatever?
can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
I thought
and to
you were
think
aware
I've been
that I was a
letting you
player
run
earlier.
around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored
Very
even
weird
the most basic
inconsistencies here.
safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part
Oh,
of being a real person.
Uh-huh.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Okay.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice.
Is this
He
like
could spend
50s art
years
style?
helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? No.
Excellent.
Oh.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. Oh.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
What, this, like, the game setting that we're in? Okay. Did you make it that way, or is it just, like, happenstance? You're the narrator, you and the game creators, I don't know.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Am I supposed to not listen to you?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Over the room closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, is this actually playing through fully? Oh, wait, the room screen. Wait, can I glitch out the door here? Like at the... will that lead to a secret? Wait a minute. Wait. Because all I do is that I go in there, and it needs a voice activation thing, and then it just, like, everything falls apart. Could I... Wait.
Stepping inside his manager's office,
nope, it's too
Stanley
far.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
All right,
Shocked,
then.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Well, I already tried. Didn't work. It'd be funny if there was actually like a modification to the game or an update that actually could detect your voice saying that.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
This room kind of reminds me of the demo location a little bit, right?
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
Wait, could I?
Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself.
Wait, actually, that's a fair point. Oh. What if I did
Behave
go right
exactly
in the
as
first place?
Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe it was going to be the same thing if I went to the right in the first place. It's going to reset multiple times now. Like he won't be satisfied.
Yet there was not a
if I
single
do.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Yeah, see?
behave exactly as Stanley would.
And then it's gonna keep
that
doing the
means
exact
choosing
every single
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, he doesn't want me to do that way, so I'll just...
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other
'Cause you weren't
direction.
allowing any
Perhaps
other
we're not
way.
Too late.
What does that say? 7, 8, what? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, weird. Oh my god, everything is looking horribly distorted. Jeez.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was
You
so
kinda
special about seeing the game undone?
made me
Left
destroy
here
your
like
work
so
on
much
purpose.
Garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do?
Sounded flustered
Even if
there
there
when I
were a
said
way
that.
to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
No! Okay. Oh. I ruined the game so bad that it's just gonna so it.
I'm here. I'm
Are you a
still
robot?
Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look
Was
where
it like
we
a
are.
speaker device that
My
you're speaking
entire
to?
game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't
You're
I
kind of
impress
forcing
upon
me
you
to
how important it was to be
do other
like
options.
Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
A lot of assumptions you're making here.
My story.
You pushed me to make all
If
these
you'd
other...
just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility.
I did.
You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
Oh.
Are you listening to me?
Is this
Can you
like
hear me? Is
the
everything
technical
all right?
one... like...
Stanley, this is
Oh,
important.
it's an incredible... Is this like...
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you.
official
Do you understand me?
end
Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Maybe not? I don't know.
Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
He's moving a little bit.
It's okay, I can wait. You need
His
time
arms
to
are wiggling.
decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I believe there's one more choice to the right that I need to make. What the hell? What? Oh. Weird. Different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There's one more choice to the right I got.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright, let's see.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, deeply, madly, love.
No.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley
maybe.
took the first open door on his left.
God, that's ridiculous. Alright. And the one last choice to
Stanley
make
was
here
so bad at
is to call
following
the phone.
directions, it's incredible he
And
wasn't
then,
fired years ago.
It's going down the stairs, and then I believe
Look, Stanley,
up the
I think
stairs.
perhaps we've gotten off on the
turning
wrong
on the
foot
machine,
here. I'm not your
and then
enemy,
escaping.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone
So we're
else
almost
can be
done.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Okay.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Alright.
This is
No.
it, Stanley. Your
This
chance to redeem yourself. To put
Is
your
there a
work
sick joke on me,
aside.
isn't it?
To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
You are going to play a sick joke on me, laugh at me, and then just berate me with a very shitty statement of like, oh, life waiting is all is pointless of what you do, and just like, just stop, because being too cynical.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
Not how it rotated like that, though.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Yeah, see,
They
you're
want to
being an
commit their
asshole.
life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh, where'd it go? Did it just despawn?
Sorry, but
What?
you're in my story now.
Wow. Being very dickish about things like this.
This
I
is
didn't
a
even
very
remember
sad
that
story
happening.
about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, great. Fun. Press 8 on your keyboard. The meme button. The 8. Why? I was actually wanting me to do this for his whole thing. Oh, look. It's a picture of the original location. And the keypad. Oh, that's so cool. That's an Easter egg, I think. Alright. I think I have to press 8, right? Oh, no. I pressed F8.
Stanley
go.
is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Like the thing that when I unplug the thing, just being insignificant in the universe? I mean, on a grandiose scale like that, probably, but like on a micro scale, it's just like change the lens, you know?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now
Life
he's
is
coming
meaningless and
back to
pointless, what you're saying?
work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What, that I was born and I'm just trying to go through every single day notions of trying to just live and survive? Like, come on. You're not really nitpicking at the things that are really bad. It's just like everything that pretty much a majority of everyday people do. I mean, come on, mate.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Because it's the sad truth of, like, real life, how every single day is go to work, the monotony of it, repeat the same thing over and over till you die, and people wanting the dream to have something more because everybody's just living the same monotonous thing every single day. Trying to, like, let the world function with the things that they try to pour into it. And you're putting that down. People who are trying to, like, make the world function. You're... Why?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Okay, so just wild imagination to keep him preoccupied, to give him some fun to think about?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Okay.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
So this is a commentary on the creator of the game who's, like, imagining all this?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
So...
And I'm trying to tell him this,
Trouble
that in
with
this
distinction
world
between
he
video
can
games and
never
real
be
life?
anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
So I'm killing myself by pressing the buttons. Was it like the passing of time? And I mean, I could just sit here and be bored forever, not doing anything. Also, there's people that do this stuff for a living, like people for entertainment, because people are bored and people just want to play games and enjoy experiences. Because, like, the monotony of everyday life, and people go on adventures and seeing other people, like, mess about with people's, like, imaginative worlds that they pour into these virtual environments to experience. You know? You're just kind of, like, putting, like, your own thing that you do down. And, like, doing all these, like, very self-contradicting, very cynical, like, statements, thought processes in your work, and it's just, you could do better than that, me? Come on. You don't gotta be like this. I can just press escape and just, like, stop playing the game now. Oh, thought I actually hit the button there for a second. I mean, I could just do nothing and just, like, slowly be killing myself because I age as time passes by, and eventually there'll be, like, an inevitable death like every other person in life and existence. So, regardless, if I do this or not, I am slowly killing myself. Whether I am trying to do it or not. because that's just the natural processes of like life. Okay? Are we done? I'll press your button and play along with your stupid thought process ploy of making a statement.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I'm just trying to enjoy the game that you made. And just pass the time with others. We're all dying regardless. What do you mean? What?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Okay, and
Not
that
so
is?
different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to.
What, you being like a puppet and
Perhaps. Well,
designed
maybe
path?
this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And
I wonder if I could like... Whoop. Alright. You know, it'd be really interesting if there was a way to mod the game. Probably is.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, what there is now left to do is...
When Stanley came to a set of two
go this
open
way.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
And then we turn on the machine, and then we escape.
Yet there was not a single
And I think
person
we're
here
done.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh, no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're almost done.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere.
I'm frozen.
Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take.
Oh, no.
He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it.
Yes.
2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright. This time and next time, and then we're done. These last two decisions that the game provides. We're almost done with the game. We just
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
turn on the
large
machine
door that
and then
read
escape.
Mind Control Facility.
And then I think those are all the ends of the game that I can recall, including all the secrets that I know of.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Probably a
screens.
secret in this room. if I
What
recall.
horrible secret did this place hold?
Can't
Stanley
recall.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, that's a platform. I see. Alright.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of
Whoa,
so
why
many
are those boxes
individuals
glowing?
reduced to images on a screen.
What green light is in that box?
Stanley, one of them,
the heck?
eternally monitored in this
There's two of
place
them.
where freedom meant nothing.
Just two cameras inverted on each other. Weird. I wonder how many Easter eggs are in all these images. So pretty to look at. Oh. God. I don't know how long this took them to set up a room with all these, like, visuals.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to
No.
believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
Whoa.
own life in someone else's
What is
control?
2, 3, 4?
Never.
Camera
It was
doing?
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had
Well-
he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Well, I just got blinded a second ago.
But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
The cable just,
I'm
like,
afraid
go
you
off
don't
into the
have
air.
nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent,
I know I can't do anything
Stanley
here.
suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
All right.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until
Can't really
the bomb
say
goes
anything
off.
until you stop
But
talking.
what precious moments each one of them
I know I can't
is.
run over and do
More
anything.
time to talk about you.
Everything I do is
about
just
me, where we're going, what all this means.
not gonna work.
I barely know
I know
where
there's
to
nothing
start.
I can do. Unless there's like a really secret hidden code
like to
that
know
like
where your
nobody's ever
coworkers
found
are.
since the game came out.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood.
Yeah,
You're
there's, like,
gonna
no
die
point in
anyway.
pushing these buttons.
I'll tell you exactly what
Unless
happened to them.
I accidentally
I
discovered something
erased
pretty
them.
cool.
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Actually never
I
really
almost
walked
hate
around
to
and
see
explored
it
this place.
go. But I'm sure whatever I
Oh,
come up with on the
charge?
next go around will
Oh,
be
that's
even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
You know, that'd be
You know
interesting if
what?
there was actually
The
a
hell with it.
secret thing that
I'm
you can
going to put
activate
some
here.
extra time on
But I
the
don't
clock.
think there
Why
is.
not? These
Oh,
are
well, what's
precious
this, a
additional
vent?
seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on
I've never
trees.
seen this before.
Oh,
Is it a
dear
vent
me,
system?
What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it on?
Oh, why are those ones
I
glowing?
mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen
It's like
to
the only
screen,
glowing
clicking
one
on
there.
every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Executing
Why would you
button.
think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you
Continue.
have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
All right.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Well, it's like
You're
a
only still
platform up
playing
there.
instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Goodbye, employee
Make
427.
it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Well then. Oh, one last time. Wait.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today.
Oh.
We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Huh. Well, I know my wife is fake from the last round before the one we just did. Great. Unless that was something else, I have no clue. She actually sounds super sweet.
When
to
Stanley
say
came to
something
a
there a
set
second
of two
ago.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, there's one last choice to make over here. And then we're done. Final choice. Which I guess kind of works out to be the best
Yet
good
there was
choice
not
to
a
make.
single person here either.
It's kind of like a
Feeling a
showcase
wave
of
of disbelief,
everything.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Here we go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That
Alright.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
God.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward
then.
into the opened passageway.
One last time. There's definitely a handful of secrets I probably haven't run into, like small things like Stanley walking by the window, making the room full of boxes from that one call thing. Oh! I just realized we didn't go down the elevator, it's just now super fast, and that's weird and different.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Then I think there's a weird secret over there that somehow you can activate, but I don't know how. Maybe, maybe not, I'm not too sure. And then this...
Although this passageway had the word escape written
last
on
thing I
it,
ever need to
the
do.
truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this
game is
point,
so bizarre.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Jeez. Whoa. Ow. Here we are. End of the
As the
line.
machine whirred into motion and When Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Look at those
he reflected that
wires.
his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger
That's so
picture.
cool looking.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow
Why
vision
would
of
every
what
other
this world
path?
is.
What are you talking about?
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
What?
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent
that still
end
sounds
to
painful.
his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Alright, bye. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh. Alright.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly
Maybe.
did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Until I get the Ultra
When
Deluxe
every
edition.
path you can
in
walk
return.
has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Layout, beginning. Neat. Hey, there's door 1, 2, and 3 over there. The corridor, the main rooms. It's kind of like the end of the game, kind of like director, kind of like visual details, and they actually like share some cool information too. Hey, there's some of the credits of some of them. Look at that. Hey. Alright, well, let's go and explore things a little bit. Get some behind the scenes detail. Different iterations of the boss's office, it looks like. Oh wait, this is the unused voice lines, if I recall, right? Underground, a early version of the underground portion of the game. Oh, in the mind control facility. Look at that. What was that? Green door?
Now then, this elevator for sure. Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you?
Amazing.
Stanley pushed the orange lever. When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever.
Huh.
Stanley pushed the orange lever.
Orange lever. Curious. Okay. Just imagine they added the left out the outtakes. Like the outtakes expansion or something. Or everything that they like cut out they decided to develop on and then just do like a whole like expansion. Literally you could do that with this game. You could literally just like do anything you want with a game like this. It's just literally a game of like metas. It's just like kind of like a do whatever you want kind of game. Just make all sorts of multiple endings, all sorts of multiple paths, multiple stories. Whoa. Oh, that's weird. Freedom ending. Oh, the beta version of that. Oh, neat. There's a weird beeping sound. Alright. What's this? Oh, the countdown room. Oh, yeah, that looks very different. Hmm. Oh, there's the orange lever that was mentioned in that one room before. I remember playing this game a long time ago. Just on my own, just like a few times. And I remember the narrator saying something about, there being like a snow path or walking through the snow. So there could have been like a snowy area. Game is not paused. Begin the game. Escape menu. Ending. Only ended when the player restarted the game. The escape menu unfortunately for a few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which is frustrating for everyone. Oh yeah, when you can do this and then people don't really realize that that's like an integrated part of the game, which is understandable. Oh, the apartment ending. 15 seconds through the phone. Weird. That'll be interesting to see. These are the different layouts, I think, when walking through meeting room stuff. Maintenance layout. Yeah, there's like the different iterations. Option 1. Go through the maintenance hall, which I think this is the one that they went with, maybe? Yeah, because there's vent systems here. A door that cuts directly to it. And another vent. But I think, yeah, they stuck with the original pretty much. Alright. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, the cargo lift thing. Oh. Screenshots to see the variable HD remix. More endings, fewer endings. More narrators, fewer narrators. Okay. Oh yeah, this is where actual like letters and emails were sent. I don't know if this is actually real or not, but supposedly they are. Jeez. Seems like goofy messages people had actually sent. Oh, the different iterations of Stanley's office. Alright. Is that everything? Oh, yeah, the war zone. Alien base. Awesome. Jeez. Early development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. But shortly after starting to build it, that was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Oh, come on! It's fine! That's fine. It's just more fun, like, things to mess with. But some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. No, it's okay. Who cares? We need more humor joke shooter games. Like, come on. Just do it and just be fine. It'll be fine. Just make something and have fun. Huge reason why games are a thing. Wait. Did I think I was supposed to go somewhere else. I think I got turned around. Am I supposed to go back through here? No. Alright. I haven't found another part of the rooms that I need to go through. Where am I supposed to go? It's time to wrap this all up. I've been over there. Am I supposed to go through there and then walk over something? I think that's what I'm supposed to do, okay. I think it's through here that I leave, right? No? Oh! Wait, I didn't look too deeply into this. The Z ending. Is it through this door? Oh, I think this might be it. Oh! Did my game just crash? What the hell? Wait a minute. I remember going through this before and it crashed literally right here. Like it did last time. Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna reboot the game up and try to come back through here. I have to do an edit.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Alright, gotta head back over to where I was.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had slipped into a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
Wait a minute.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I forgot to do the down area. I was just fast forwarding this place to get back to where I was. And I forgot to do this. I nearly almost forgot. Let me do this real quick and then I'll go back to the other thing.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
This is the definition of overthinking.
Very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Oh god, I remember the first post from the first game.
And although she would soon turn
was
to
just
go
like
call for
curled in on
ambulance,
this body.
for just a few brief
This
moments,
looks
she considered
normal,
the
I
strange
guess,
man.
in comparison.
He was obviously
This one?
crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well then. Alright, and now, time to resume back to where I
can't wait to
glitched
tell
out.
this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Oh, I can't walk through the door there for a second. Jeez. That's weird. Oh my god, it crashed again. No. Oh, it didn't this time. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. What the heck? Trailers. Whoa, what? Ran 4 major teachers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. Features a series of broken rooms and the voice of narrator from appears as probably a new version of the Stanley Parable. Oh, that's cool. Why is this room so glitchy? Wait, is it just a dead-end room? Just a dead-end room. Is it just static forever now? I came in here for... Alright. I was about to say if I crashed again. I swear. Alright, so wait, where's the... There's supposed to be a... Oh, there we go. The exit's right there. Oh my god.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Well, once I turn off this game, I'll be done until I get the deluxe edition, which will happen whenever I figure out how to do so, I suppose. Right.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Very big.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Alright. Boop.